Greetings, everyone. I'm Mar, and once again, this is my opinion. As you can tell from the title up there, it's another video of First Impressions, a series where I give my initial thoughts on a variety of different things, usually TV shows and film. Today, it's about the end of the latest Steven Bomb, Diamond Days. Now, for those of you who haven't watched the channel, I already did do a First Impressions on the first part of this Diamond Days Steven Bomb, which was Legs from Here to Homeworld, and that was back when the episode leaked around Comic-Con, so if you want to know my thoughts on that one, video is in the description box. For this one, I was originally going to do what I did for the previous Steven Bomb and go through each one individually, but I decided to just wait and give my thoughts on it as a whole. I would say this was another good Steven Bomb. It concludes this part of the story and has me as both a critic, a fan, and a writer at the end going, well, where does the story go from here? Had a good conclusion, a little teaser for the film that was announced at Comic-Con, but where does the story go from here? Who's the main antagonist now? Because before it was the Diamonds, now who? Now, story-wise, this bomb, after Legs from Homeworld, details Steven trying to get through to White Diamond, try to find a way to talk with her, try to get through to her, to let her see his point of view and help the corrupted gems. He tries first to conform to Diamond Society and try to get to her that way, see if trying to fit in will allow him to get another audience with her, even going so far as to wearing a miniature version of Pink Diamond's dress, and throwing a gala, which is boring and conservative in a Homeworld fashion, and it's ruined in the best way possible, an appearance by Stevonnie. And to add to this, we see all the crystal gems trying to fit in. We get Amethyst with limb enhancers, Garnet having to be split into Ruby and Sapphire, and of course we get an appearance by a Homeworld off-color that has remained in hiding. Nice little connection with the whole metaphor about fusion being a metaphor for relationships, and of course that being a metaphor for same-sex relationships, kind of like Garnet is. You know, the whole this is unheard of thing and everyone's reaction, the Diamonds basically throwing their you-know-what. Of course, escapism was I wouldn't say filler episode, but it's more like a down-breather episode, and it made the plot go through a little bit. I mean, Steven has to get out of there somehow, so might as well use his powers. It's a nice little calm before the storm. Then we get to the hour-long episode Change Your Mind, which was the Battle of Heart and Mind, as we all been calling it. And boy, was this a good finale to both this Steven Bomb and it looks like the season. And as I said already, where does the story go from here? I mean, if this was the series finale, it'd be a fitting one, even if it has some unanswered questions at the end. Now, White Diamond, as we see, does not want to listen, and it confirms one theory about her, and that is that she literally is controlling other gems. We thought she was with the pearl she had, mainly because she had the same voice and that pearl seemed emotionless, but it was more theory till now is confirmed, and she could control a lot of gems at once. And I thought they couldn't make White Diamond any scarier based on that hypothesis, but they did in this episode by making her take out Steven's gem, and just the way that was animated in silhouette. It's like, oh, that's creepy. And of course, we all thought if that were to happen, the Pink Diamond might come back, even if Steven just dies and gets resurrected. Nope. This episode confirms she's gone forever. We just see that Steven has two different aspects, which kind of goes with the whole thing about him being a fusion of love between a human and a gem. So it makes sense that his two aspects, one is human, one is gem. We got to see Steven do other fusions, so Rainbow Quartz 2.0 was finally seen, and boy, was he glorious. And British. I like that about him. Equal parts Pearl and Steven there. Two stones with one bird. Another reappearance by Smoky Quartz. His fusion with Garnet is Sunstone. Oh, that was cool. Now all we just got to do is see him fuse with a couple of the other crystal gems, and he'll be set. And of course, we finally got to see all the main ones fuse, and it's Obsidian. Fitting name. Now, what made the beginning part of this episode interesting is that we see Diamonds fight, so we got to see yellow and blue fight, which that one teaser kind of hinted at. Plus, we saw that it was blue that he talked into it first, which I kind of felt that's the way it was going to go based on how the two Diamonds initially reacted to Steven when they saw that he was Pink Diamond. Blue seemed to be the one more going with, oh, you've been here all along, so it made sense that she'd be the one that would be talked into accepting him for who he is. On my end, one of my little hypotheses about White Diamond was confirmed, and that is that her whole emotionless vibe, it is a front, but it's also her trying to not allow any imperfections into her fitting, considering that White Diamonds are supposed to be flawless. Her whole, I am perfect in every way, I cannot allow anything in me. I know some people might say it's kind of a weird take on white superiority. I don't know if that's intentional or just something you can read into it, but it's something I just have to bring up here. But I think it's more in the fact that White Diamond is supposed to be flawless, so it's more than that, instead of that whole thing, that whole minor elephant in the room, as it were. And just seeing White Diamond start to show emotion as the little battle of wits with Steven goes on, is like, oh, that's perfect. And then at the end to see that she actually is not as perfect as she seems, that's the perfect way to get through to her. And the voice actress for her, oh, she did a great job going from trying to be emotionless to slowly letting emotions creep into her voice. And what really set her off, Steven's line about, I am a child, what's your excuse? That got me grinning a lot. It's like, he's got a point there. I mean, you're starting to act like very childish White Diamond by throwing a hissy fit because you're not getting your way with this. And it made her think, and then it brought out her imperfection. And with her imperfections out, her radiant glow seemed to fade too. So it makes me wonder if that glow was also a front to try to distract from her imperfections, or it was there to try to keep them from creeping back in. And also, since this seems to be a season finale, everything, all the current story threads wrapped up in the last couple minutes of the episode. All the corrupted gems are healed, set to music, which I thought that was a pretty good song. It's essentially a redo of the opening theme, orchestrated just a tad differently with new lyrics added in, talking about peace. There's not really a lot of dialogue, so this part of the story is told visually, but enough is shown, like, yeah, you can get it. The two corrupted gems that I was most interested in seeing healed were, of course, Jasper and Centipedal. In Centipedal, we see Happy, especially when she sees Steven. It's like, Steven! Her reaction to find out that Rose Quartz and Pink Diamond were the same person will be very interesting, as will Jasper's, if we ever see it. Because Jasper was going to go at Steven, then he saw the glare from Yellow Diamond, he's like, a thing the episode doesn't show is that not all of the gems that were healed are former crystal gems. They're also homeworld soldiers. So how are they going to react after being bubbled for so long, waking up like, oh, what's going on? Probably freak out at first, but might be so happy that they're healed to not even notice at first. And also the fact that they see the crystal gems getting along with the diamonds, they'll probably be like, guys, what'd I miss? Then when they brought up speed, like, oh, peace. And then, of course, by episode's end, we see the White Diamond fully accepts everything, and it seems everything's going to be kosher for now. Because we still have the events of the movie to take into account once it airs. Is the villain going to be another diamond that we didn't know about? Red Diamond? Is it going to be another grand homeworld gem that's not going to accept this peace, or at least peace on these terms? Or is it going to be a gem that they did not know about at all? Say another diamond that was created accidentally. Well, we'll see. We got until fall to wait for the film to come out, so it should be an interesting wait, and probably right before then we'll get another trailer besides the teaser, even though I think probably the teaser is enough, because we're going to watch the film regardless. The only other thing of note to mention is that the off-colors finally arrived on Earth, but no Emerald in tow, so it makes me wonder where she is. Maybe she saw, oh, the diamonds are there, they'll take care of those off-world scum. All in all, this Steven Bomb was good. Continue the story from where the wedding one ended, and it gave a satisfying conclusion. There's going to be more story after this, but this had been the end. This would have been a decent end, even if a couple of those little things were left unanswered, but in a way, you could say it's one of those things that, like, yeah, it's better to think about it than to provide an explanation that you're like, eh.